Good morning, Cindy Weber here. Here for a brief, we'll try to keep it about 10 minutes, practice on using the wall instead of a chair for balance, which is a great option too. And I used to do this with my classes when I taught at a hospital, and it was really nice to be able to just put your weight against the wall and not have to worry about falling, because we knew that that wall was going to be there to stop us. So let's go ahead and get started. Be sure to stretch a little bit before you go. We'll just do a few standing stretches here. Take a big inhale. Exhale, float your hands down at your sides. Letting go, adding that sigh if it feels good. One more. Did you know studies show that if you just do 3 of those sighing breaths, it can help relax your nervous system, especially in times of stress. All right, be sure you are supported by the wall. We're sitting down into our chair pose. If you want to, you can walk your feet closer together. You certainly don't have to. And then make sure your shoulder blades feel the wall. Take your hands together in front of your heart and see if you can slide down a little bit more. If you need your hands on the wall, just take it. Now lean forward, pressing your tailbone into the wall, and then take a twist to the right. I'm going to go left, just so you know. I do opposite. And try and get your elbow to come to the outside of your knee. Press your hands together, and if you want, open up wide here. Come back to center, and if you feel like, ooh, I'm going to fall, use your hands. Otherwise, push your feet down into the ground to rise up and shake that off. Inhale up. Find the wall with your backside, your bottom, and then slide down it. Hands together in front of your heart and twist the other way. Elbow to knee, hands pressing together. You can stay here or open wide if you like. Come on back to center, either hands or push off, root to rise. Inhale up, exhale, hands to your heart. I invite you into a warrior 2 pose with your right foot forward and your left foot back. So my right hip is at the wall. I'm doing the same as you this time. And you want to leave room for your bottom, okay? So just make sure there's enough room where you feel comfortable. If you need to lean back, it's there. And I'm just going to lean right into it as I take my arms up. And then check out your arm height. You want to look forward and back and make sure the hands are at about the same height. And then flip your front palm and slide your back hand down the wall as the front hand goes up the wall. And then pause for a few breaths, breathing deeply into your rib cage here. Good, trying to spread out those ribs one at a time. Come back to your warrior 2, palms down. Take a tall inhale. As you exhale, come on forward. If you want, you can bend that elbow, resting your forearm on your thigh. You can either have that hand up, or if you want, swing it around. Maybe let your thumb rest against the wall, or try and get that top shoulder into the wall. And if there's any compromised situation with your neck, you can either look down, forward, or up. All right, just be sure to check in with your neck and do what feels good. Now draw in on your belly button, let those hands float back on the wall. And then from there, we're going to come into a balance pose. So if you have a block, grab it. If you don't, maybe a little box or something would be helpful underneath your front hand. I'm just going to slide back so I'm sure I'm in the shot. I'm putting that block down near the wall. So from my warrior 2, you can push off on that back foot and let your heel go up the wall as the other hand comes down to the block, which is right underneath your shoulder. All right, so we've got a little half moon pose here. If you want, you can try sugar cane, bending that foot and either hanging onto your ankle, whoops, or just resting your foot against the wall. There, I've got my ankle now. I'm going to press my toes into the wall so I stay long through my body. Good. Now release that foot. Float, let your heel float back down the wall and come back up. Good. Shake that off. Whew. We're going to go to the other side now. So I'm just going to move my block before I get there. All right, warrior 2 on this side. I'm not going to let my heel go all the way back to the wall. I still want my arch of my front foot intersecting, the heel of the front foot intersecting the arch of the back foot. Arms out wide, feel that length. Good. Flip your front palm, so my pointer finger's kind of dragging on the wall on the front hand and my pinky on the back hand, leaning back into my Exalted Warrior. If you want to place that back hand on your thigh, back of your knee, you can. And breathe, spreading the ribs out. And then draw in on your belly button. You're coming back up, finding your Warrior Two, arms at about the same height. Tall inhale. As you exhale, let your fingers slide down the wall. If you want, you can bend that front arm. Find a little more freedom in that shoulder if you like. Opening up here in the stretch. Oh, breathe deeply into your ribs. It's such a good rib cage opener. Come back up to your Warrior Two. And then we'll reach that hand down to find the block. Step your back foot in or just lift it up, whatever works for you. Make sure that block is underneath your shoulder, trying to stay open here. And then if you'd like to try Sugar Cane, bending that foot, trying to find it or not, push your toes into the wall so you remain open. Good, and breathe. Release, we're coming back up. Be safe. Good, isn't it nice to know that wall is there to support you if you need it? Okay, next we have Warrior Three. All right, so with my right shoulder against the wall, I'm going to put all my weight into my left foot and let the outside of my right foot go up the wall as my hands go up the wall. And then once you've got it, think about how long you are. Arch of your foot through the fingertips and make your body long. And then bend into your sturdy leg. Hands go down to the ground or a block and slide those toes up the wall. Standing splits, nose down towards your knee. Here, maybe you can play a little bit with your hands. Maybe you don't need them at all. And let the side of the pinky toe come back down. Hands on your knees to bring you back up. And we'll try that on the other side. All right, Warrior Three on this side. Think about your right foot or rooting down into it. Left foot, the outside edge is touching the wall as my pinky fingers slide up the wall. Remember, thumbs up's a little nicer for your shoulders. Think about how long you are. And again, you can lean way into the wall or just have your foot against it. And then bend that sturdy leg, slide your hand down the wall. This is a good spot for a block too if you need it. And then take that leg up higher in your standing splits. Toes against the wall or not, my elbows propped up against it too for stability. And then bend that leg and bring your foot down. Hands go above the knees to help you back up. All right, 2 big inhales and exhale, hands to heart. 1 more. When you own your breath, nobody can steal your peace, not even this virus. Namaste.